right?
Yeah.
The cool thing about this phone, the DB Q10, BlackBerry Q10, is that you have a reader there, and it organizes everything so that you can read that. But since we're talking about franchises, which is one of our business models, the initial franchise fee, the initial fee is a once-off lump sum paid by the franchisee, which is the person acquiring the franchise, to the franchisor, which is the business that has the property or the intellectual property of the products, the name and all that stuff, which is the franchisor, the owner of the business, okay? Upon signing the franchise agreement, this payment acts as a compensation for the experience, training, recruiting, and the right to use the brand name of the franchise. Okay, that's why you have that initial fee at the beginning. We have our franchise fee is 400 million, okay? Our franchise fee is 400 million. Yeah. Usually you have to sign an agreement for a certain amount of years, all right? Anyhow, the second business or business model is yeah, exactly. Oh, I wanted to explain that too. Thank you for mentioning it. Okay, you can also be a broker. If you get an investor to invest in a franchise, well, we're going to give you a cut. I mean, that's all there is to it. You're going to get your commission on that, okay? So this is one business model. The second business model is, I'm going to put number 2, operador logístico. Operador logístico, which it's being used in this country. I'm very familiar with the term here, logístico, has an accent there. Operador logístico is somebody that operates the product, or in this case the service. We have an educational service, and this operador logístico he uses his own name, X name or label of his company, and then he operates with our system. This is basically for educational purposes, okay? So it has to be an educational establishment. Established in so-and-so or such and such. And we license them to operate with our program and our system. So what they're going to be doing, or basically an operador logístico is an operator, somebody that operates. It's like, does the carpentry work. And the third type of business is being a PIN or distributing pins. PIN distributing. Okay? Which is people that buy an access to the platform and use the platform also in a school or anything, because the operador logístico it has two different kinds of venues here, or options. Like for example, here in Jamundi, since we have a branch, we operate and we have the rights to operate this branch, and so we can offer the product or the service to the general public or the floating market. All right? So the floating market. Okay? But an operador logístico or operator can also do it, but inside the establishment. If there is already a rep, if there is already a franchise in the area, and it's within the area of impact, then it's not logical to have two operadores logísticos or a franchise working against each other. So this, I wanted to clarify that, okay? So one can be for the inside customer, and the other one for the public in general, except if there is already a rep there. If there is a franchise, if there is an institute, it doesn't make any sense to have both of them working against each other. It's better to choose another town or another city, or Santander de Quinchao, or another town like Candelaria, okay? All right, well, basically that's the idea. But these are the three types of businesses, okay? Now, what's the product? The product is, can you stop that and then talk a little bit about the product? The Meyer Institute is an institution that's been around for the last 70 years. And we have a very unique program which is comprised of a system and a methodology. The program is divided into two: basic conversational, where you have all the fundamentals, and the advanced conversational, okay? And basically the idea here with technology and BB and Q10s and HDMI and all these television sets, now we can use this phone as an exporter. So it's very cool because the teacher can use this tool right here to teach his class. All he has to do is to log in. All right, so here we're logging in. All right, as you guys can see, we're logging into the page. All right. There are two ways of doing it. Now, here is going to take a little time to download, and Gus is calling right now, so let me answer the phone call because I have to attend to this. Continue, so here it's downloading. Let's wait for it to download. It's going to take a little time, but there it is. We can see it downloading, and right here on the left hand corner, upper hand corner, left hand corner, you have the ID usuario. That's for the database, for our database. Okay, the students normally that have a server in their establishment, because this is one thing, we can do it online or we can do it through the server, VPN, which is a virtual private network or intranet. Okay, so here is where he writes his code or his ID, and then he logs in. All right, that's one way of doing it. So for the time being, while it's downloading, let's stop it.